Ho! Welcome, boys and girls, to just a small review. And as you can tell by the title, it is on a film called Day of the Dead Bloodline. If you've never watched the original George A. Romero's Day of the Dead, then they are some of the best horror zombie films out there. George A. Romero absolutely smashed up the scene with them zombie films. And these days a lot of films get remade. Day of the Dead got remade already a couple of years ago, and to remake it a second time and still mess up, how can you do it? The original movie that George A. Romero made was a budget of $3 million. This movie had a budget of $8+ million, and they still can't compete with what George A. Romero did in Day of the Dead. The producers bought the name, the rights for this movie to reimagine the movie, but 2 minutes into this film, I knew I weren't gonna like it. The zombies are running. The only film I'll give where dead come back to life and the run is 28 Days and 28 Weeks Later, just because it's a decent movie. But anything where zombies run, in my opinion, is stupid. Their brain is dead. I know a lot of them can still gain stuff like you learn from the George A. Romero series, but every single one of them are running. And the blood in this movie is... the gore's there with the guts and the biting, but the blood is just so ridiculous. When they bite into them, it spurts out. It's all, someone gets dragged into the subway and you literally see his blood come out of the stairway. How the hell does a bite do that? I mean, I know it felt like as well, because they called them rotters in this, it felt like they were trying to mix it with old school George A. Romero zombie with Walking Dead zombie. But I don't know why they had to bring the zombie in running. That's something I never understood, how a zombie can run. But George A. Romero proved that they can actually learn again. But to remake Day of the Dead twice and still mess up, the first remake, it was okay. But this might be, guys, one of the worst films I've ever seen. Literally, I was watching it, they couldn't keep me occupied for the film. I just kept looking away, I was just so bored. Every minute of the film, I was just so bored of it. It was just absolutely ridiculous. If you've seen this film, guys, give me your opinions on it. I mean, yeah, they were trying to reimagine it, but why this? I mean, for that money, that budget you put in, $8 million is a lot of money for a film. For that money, you could have gone off and done your own movie. They just wanted to put Day of the Dead in the title so people would watch it, like I did. I was like, great, another zombie film, I'll give it a watch. Day of the Dead, it's a remake. Hopefully they do good. They've got the rights from George A. Romero. Hopefully they smash this one better than the last remake, and hopefully it could come near to the original. But they didn't. And to me, that was really disappointing, in my opinion. But I think they should just leave George A. Romero's films alone, because you just can't touch a zombie film like he did. So Night of the Living Dead was amazing, especially the black and white one. Yes, they didn't look like zombies, but the way it was filmed was amazing. Dawn of the Dead, one of the most maybe iconic movies for zombies I have ever seen, with the shopping mall. And we always see shopping malls referenced in zombie stuff now. In The Walking Dead, we saw a shopping mall. Dead Rising based the whole game in a shopping mall. Day of the Dead, to me, always sticks in my head because it's underground. That always stuck in my head. And the army guy in the original, who just loses it, he always sticks in my head as well. This one, it couldn't even keep my mind occupied to watch it. There's not many films that have made me do that, where I just want to sit and look away from a movie. But this did, and it was just absolutely shocking. And I feel really bad for George A. Romero giving them the rights. Yeah, they made a few good films before they had the they produced the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3D, which I give loads of praise for, because I love the Texas Chainsaw franchise, even though it technically keeps getting rebooted, but it's not too bad. But this was absolute. I did not enjoy this one bit, guys. The acting in it was cheesy, the lines were cheesy, the acting weren't all there. I mean, there was one scene where someone come into a room and it took him 5 seconds to find the goddamn door handle to close the door. I don't know if anyone else spotted it, but when he walks into the room, he literally takes 5 seconds to try and close the bloody door. You'd be screwed in a zombie apocalypse if you don't know how to shut a door. But yeah, like I said, the acting was cheesy, the lines were cheesy. The zombie, that was just, I can't remember what they called him in the original now. But the one, how we saw him in the original is, you saw him with a doctor in the lab and you don't know how long they've been down there. But in this one, as soon as he turns up, he's the only smart one. But the stuff he's doing, he remembers everything straight away. He can speak straight away. He can run like every other zombie. This bloody zombie free runs up a wall and into vents. I mean, he chooses not to bite people. He snaps zombies' necks, and it's like, I know zombies can get smart at one point, but that's just too smart for a zombie, and it's just really ridiculous in my opinion. But even like the way they introduced him as a character, it was like, I knew straight away looking at him, and as soon as he comes into the film, that he's gonna be that zombie that they learn off, and it's like kind of ridiculous really. But like all the stuff he does, in the original, you don't know how long they've been underground. The doctor could have been testing with him, learning him stuff for months or years. This one, he's literally in there for a day, and he's speaking, and he's running, and he's jumping, and it's like, and speaking, and it's like, what is going on? But then on top of that, like I said before, the blood in it, the way it just kept spurting out, the actors couldn't keep your attention to the film. Especially like the leader of the military, where in the original you could tell he was psychotic, and every time he was on screen you were drawn to him because you didn't know if he was going to do something. But in this one he just feels like an idiot pretty much. I mean, they all felt like idiots. And one thing that really annoyed me with this film, today's horror, what is featured in every single horror film in today's time, either a sex scene or about to have sex scene, which really annoys me. Not every single film needs to have this. I mean, thinking back at the original zombie films, or the first 3, I can't remember if there was a sex scene in one of them. All the old films, so obviously the horror slashers like Halloween, Freddy, Jason, all base it off, obviously, if you're gonna have sex you're gonna die. But there was no need to put it in this movie, to tell you the truth. I mean, when you watch it, you're like, oh God's sake, another sex scene in a horror film. But then you see why they put it in there, because she has troubles with it, and you find out why at the start. So I can see really from that side of the story why it was in there. But yeah, I really didn't enjoy this movie, guys. I really didn't. So for this, I think the only thing that is going to obviously give it its small, tiny rating I'll be ever giving it, maybe one of the shortest ratings I've ever given a film on this channel. I'm literally giving it for its budget, because the cinematography, the way it was filmed, or maybe not even that, it just sold the budget to what it was. It was an up-to-date zombie film. That's all it's getting from me. I mean, the blood couldn't even keep me entertained. The zombies put me off straight away. The acting was cheesy. So literally, for this film, I'm literally going to be giving it a 2 potatoes out of 10. 2 out of 10. For me to hate a film this much is ridiculous. I mean, after I watched it, I was just so annoyed. I was really ticked off. I was like, I literally was that annoyed, I had to crack a beer open. Because I was like, what have I just watched? And like, it's absolutely crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And so yeah, I'm literally going to give it a 2 out of 10, guys. A literal 2 out of 10. But if you guys haven't seen this movie, I really don't recommend watching it. If you loved the original George A. Romero franchise, don't watch this. I mean, it's not worth it. Don't buy it. I mean, I'm not going to say I will watch it. Just don't. It was absolute rubbish. I literally think they just made this film to make money, which I really don't. I hope they didn't make, because 8 million on a budget just to call it Day of the Dead Bloodline. That's literally all they wanted. They just wanted Day of the Dead in the title. With that budget, they could have gone off and done their own zombie thing. But no, they had to take another franchise and remake it, in my opinion, and once again it's failed. But to me, I will always go back to George A. Romero's Day of the Dead, no matter what. That might be one of my favourite ones of the series. Day of the Dead might be my favourite one, but I might actually do a video on listing, like, let me know, guys, as well, if you want to see like a list video where I like list the franchises from best to worst, like Freddy, Jason, Halloween, Alien, something like that, like all the franchises I've seen. Would you like to see them listed from any of that? But yeah, guys, this has been another review. I'm glad to get this one out there to say don't watch it, in my opinion, because it was absolutely rubbish. But if you have enjoyed this review, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button and join the Potato Men army today. Don't forget to turn on that notification bell because we have underrated YouTubers coming tomorrow, which you guys always love. And yeah, but I'll be dominating Spud. I love you, Potato Men army. Don't go and watch this film. Please don't. But like always, don't forget to stay starchy.